Need computer training for a group or office? Contact us today to get a free demo of our training at www.teachucomp.com/enterprise-licensing.
Once you have an image open in Photoshop, you'll need to be able to zoom in and out to precisely edit it. This is one technique that you'll have to master in order to work effectively in Photoshop. When you open an image, the current magnification level is displayed in the lower left corner of the status bar in the Photoshop application, located right down here. Photoshop opens images at one of the preset magnification levels. You can change this by typing a new number into this box and then pressing enter on your keyboard. I could go in here and press 50, for example, click enter, and it'll change the magnification. But you can also use the zoom tool in the toolbox. You click it to view the magnification options up in the options bar. So let's look at that. So the zoom tool is located near the bottom of the toolbox. I can't currently see it at the resolution that I currently have selected. So to change that, I'm going to go to the top of the toolbox, click the double pointing arrow, and that will allow me to display all of the tools in the toolbox. We'll locate the zoom tool, which is this one right here, which looks like a small magnifying glass, and just give that a click. Now let's look up in the options bar and what options we have to set for our magnification. First, we have two buttons. We have zoom in, which is the small magnifying glass with a plus sign in the middle. And to the right of that, zoom out, which is the small magnifying glass with a little minus sign in the middle. So you can click those buttons to change the behavior of the magnifier tool. The magnifying tool is selected when you click the zoom tool button in the toolbox. So you hold it over your image and click to either zoom out or zoom in. And that all depends on which button you have selected up here in the options bar. You can also quickly toggle between zooming in and zooming out by holding down the Alt key on your keyboard and then clicking to perform the zoom that's the opposite of the one selected up in the options bar. So hold down the Alt key, click to zoom out, release it to go back to zooming in, and so forth. If you have resize windows to fit, if you have that checkbox marked right there, the image will resize itself to accommodate the magnified image. However, it will not intrude past the panels. In CS and earlier versions, you can make the image ignore the panels by clicking the Ignore Panels checkbox. We don't have that option because we're working with CS5. Clicking the Zoom All Windows checkbox right here will equally magnify all open windows when you magnify any one open window. Now, another easy way to zoom is using what's called Scrubby Zoom, which is located to the right of that, which allows for continuous zooming. Now, this feature only works if you have a video card that supports what's called OpenGL or Open Graphics Library, and animated zoom is selected in your general preferences. You can simply left click and hold in the image to zoom in, or hold down the Alt key at the same time to zoom out. Or you can select Scrubby Zoom up in the options bar and then click and drag in your image. You drag to the left to zoom out and to the right to zoom in. It's just another way of zooming. Now we have some buttons to the right of that. Clicking the actual pixels button right here will display the image in its true size in pixels. Clicking the Fit on Screen or Fill Screen buttons right to the right of that sets the image to fit in the available screen area with or without borders. The Print Size button at the far right displays the image in its approximate print size. Now, yet another way to magnify the image is with keyboard shortcuts. You can hold down the Control key on your keyboard and press the plus and minus keys on your keyboard to zoom in and out. Note that if you do it this way, it will ignore the Resize Windows to Fit option even if it's checked. So again, to do this, I can hold down Control and press minus to zoom out or plus to zoom in. And another way to do that. You can also use the Zoom tool to click and drag an area to which you want to zoom in for custom magnification. Now this can be handy when you want to zoom in very close to a small region in a picture for detailed image editing. So I can just click and drag, for example, and zoom in to that area. And you can set the percentage of magnification to range anywhere from 0.04% up to 3,200%.
Like what you see? Get a free demo of our training for groups of 5 or more at www.teachucomp.com/enterprise-licensing.